nice to greet you all. First, let me introduce myself. My cool name is Eka Fitri Astuti and study at Daarut Tauhiid boarding school. Right now, I want to tell you about someone's love story. Who is it? Romeo and Juliet, Beauty and the Beast, or Jake and Rose? Are you guys curious? If yes, don't forget to listen carefully to my story and provide some popcorn. By the way guys, it's very hot in here. The story also begins with a temperature like this. So, at the end of the day, it was noticed that someone was sitting casually with her drink. In her hand, a newspaper was inscribed in 1200, reading it with no memory of the continuous time. At exactly 3 p.m., her hand came to rest on one page. Her eyes blinked, sighs trying to focus on something. My goodness, how could I forget that tonight is the prom? Immediately, she closed the newspaper she was reading and called to her servants. The servants quickly came to the aid of the one's daughter. Who is her? Her name is Serindu. Her hobbies are learning and humming, a life without weakness, except for her bedtime. Not without a reason why it happened. Her cracking mouth would sometimes suddenly burst into a rhythm when she tried to sleep. Oh! Serindu's parents were desperate to see her happy, and it's also why Serindu was unready for marriage, fearing that her partner would be disturbed by her hobbies. But her father was fearless. He hosted a prom, which brought out many handsome young men from all over the country. And here is Serindu, ended up wearing a costume clothes and makeup to add her beauty. She looked around, to the left, to the right, to the southwest, to the southeast, even to the whole eye, but she still didn't find the man she attracted. She had no man, but she got a bad luck. Her hat is a little bit dizzy of a strong fragrance around her. She decides to leave the party and went into her bedroom. Her father watched from afar. He followed and he ended up sharing his concern with his wife. My wife, I'm worried about our daughter. Did I press too much against the wedding? His wife shook her head and said, it's normal for you to be fussy about marriage, considering your age when you were about 60. Don't worry, everything will be fine. The audible breath of Serindu's mother was breathless. Without waiting long, she knocked the door and got in the room. She was surprised when she saw Serindu in the balcony. Looked so perfect, and her gleaming hair was like stroking her delicate complexion. Slowly, her mother pat on her shoulder and began to ask about her welfare. What were you thinking? Don't you feel the cold in here? Serindu glanced to her mother and started to talk. I'm not getting cold in here. I'm just claustrophobic about the prom. In my opinion, it would be better to have a small prom. Those were the few words before Serindu described all the distressing thoughts she had recently. At the end of the sentence, she lowered her voice so her mother had to get closer to her. In those words, she told a big secret. Mother, my love must has a unique habit. I'm ready to get married as long as he can keep up with my bad habit. He must be a man of sleep. The next day, Serindu was walking into the northern countryside. Take a good look with what happening in the land that she's living in. She wore a normal clothes in order to blend with her surroundings until she accidentally struck down a man carrying a fish in a boom. The fish scattered, and the man lost his temper and swore an oath. After the man calmed down, Serindu said that she would take a responsibility and would compensate for the damage on the boo-boo. The man called Adi approves and turned his head whenever a boo-boo seller overseas offers his wares. Boo-boo, boo-boo. 2 coins get 1 boo-boo. 3 coins get me. The man called the boo-boo seller, and from that call, Serindu knew that the boo-boo's name was Luma. Hey Luma, it's been a while since you passed through here. How are you doing? I see you're getting more handsome. All Luma gives is a thumb up. What's happening, Adi? Why is your face so red with anger? Then Adi started to explain what happened while choosing some boo-boo. Now, there were 2 boo-boos on Adi's hand. Finished to explain and also Adi's activity to pick out the boo-boo, Serindu took out 4 coins to pay the boo-boo. Done with the matter, Serindu excused herself and apologized once more to Adi. Suddenly, there was a loud noise that stopped her movement. She knew that voice is a royal guard voice. The royal guard loudly said that the king had issued a contest. Any man who has a good sleep, he will get married to king's daughter. There's a loud reaction. Some men smiled brightly and boosted themselves with confidence, could marry the princess. But there were also passive men, including the boo-boo seller. For a moment, he noticed his ragged clothes and switched to see a boo-boo on his hand. He said goodbye and left for the gods nowhere. Serindu just nodded and took her way back to the palace. As she entered the palace, she saw that mattress in the palace hall. She had a hunch that the mattress had to do something with the contest. Then she questioned her father. Her father responded favorably. It is true that I do have set up this for the contest, and the mattress is available for the contest too, and the contest will be held tomorrow. I can't wait to see the group result. At this time, Serindu don't have a strange to reply her father. She's just expecting that tomorrow the rooster crowed over day 1. The day came for the contest. Everyone cheered up except Serindu. She was more silent, and her hobby for humming she entered for today. The contest was about to begin. Suddenly, a shady young man with a boo-boo came running and took the available mattress. Lucky for the young man, there are still 2 beds left from the 98 field. Spontaneous, Serindu widened her eyes. Is that really Eka? She remembered a guy named Luma. Just when the contest began, people sought a good position for sleep. Unlike others, Luma took out his boo-boo and samurai. He began meticulously waving that product and disengaged attention of Serindu. What that strange man do? Is he going to build a temple with his rotten? For a moment, Serindu laughed off her ridiculous mind. There comes a time when Luma finished all his boo-boo. He quickly made his bed and went to bed. When he will fall asleep, the sound of rooster crowing signs that the morning will be greeting soon. At 8 a.m., the alarm bell had been sounded, and everyone wakes up and they were assembled in the palace hall to hear about the result. At the very throne, Serindu stood gracefully and nervous at the same time. This was a pivotal second of her life. The results say that Luma is the winner, and Serindu's heart said so. Luma walked to Serindu and asked his future wife, "Why? Me?" And Serindu replied, "You're such a unique person. When you wake up, you start to make a masterpiece. And when you went to bed, you already finished that masterpiece. You made a gold time. To be honest, I always fall asleep when the rooster will crow, but I don't have nothing as useful as you." You taught me a great lesson. That was the story of Master Sleep Contest. The moral message I want to convey through this legend is how important time to us. Time is more valuable when used at the best. From now on, let's minimize use time for a useless thing, such as dwelling on the bitterness of the past. Just let the past be a lesson for the road of future. That's all of me. Glad to know you guys and see you!